Now, Ian Overton works as an emergency nurse in Colorado for USA and helps as the base camp medical support on expeditions. He attempted to climb the world's 12th highest mountain in Pakistan, Broad Peak, this season with the Hungarian climber David Klein. Malaysia One News had an opportunity to talk with him and the challenges he faced during the summit.
Toughest challenge, I would say, is the altitude. At Camp 3, I developed some respiratory issues that had me very concerned. My oxygen saturation dropped very low overnight, and it became important for me to drop altitude both for my health and for the safety of my friend David, who attempted to make the summit the next day. So handling the mountains weather, we have to keep eyes on everything that's going on kind of in the future. So we have weather reports that come in regularly for us. When we are on the mountain, there are a few ways to help with the altitude. One is to use a medication like Diamox, which helps reduce waste products in the bloodstream, which allows you to breathe better. There are certain body positions you can have in your tent to help you breathe better. And the most important thing is to move slowly, steadily, and intentionally to help preserve oxygen. When you're at altitude, there's less oxygen density, so it makes it harder to breathe, it makes it harder to stay warm, and it makes it harder to think. So those intentional movements and intentional behaviors help make sure that we stay safe and stay healthy. When we're at base camp, we are able to monitor and see how long the storm should last, and we tend to wait those out to make sure we're not on mountain when this happens. After the storms, it's imperative to wait a few days to make sure that the fresh snow either settles or slides to get out of the way to reduce the risk of avalanche and reduce the risk to human life. When you're on mountain, my last night on mountain, there was a very strong windstorm. It's critical to keep your wits around you and to try to remain calm. It is difficult at those times, especially when you have no oxygen in your system and you can't sleep. But by wading through the storm, keeping each other warm, keeping each other safe. Biggest fear at that time was my oxygen saturation had dropped to 43% at one point, so I was worried for my own life. In addition to that, with the storm and during the summit push, we were of course concerned for our teammates. David did a 28-hour-long round-trip push from Camp 3 to within 50 meters of the summit and then returning, making a very noble attempt, along with the Hunza team that put up a new line this year. But at points you lose contact. It's hard to communicate in such difficult terrain. So it can be frightening for you and your friend. I love Pakistan. This is my second time here. We came here in 2012. David and I came here in 2012, 2013. And that was my first time. I believe David's been here at least 13 times now. And everybody here has been extremely hospitable. We've been welcomed into so many homes, met so many new people, and just been treated so graciously. I love the food. I'll admit, sometimes we go to restaurants, everything's in Urdu. I don't read Urdu. So I don't always know what I'm getting, but usually it's delicious. We also, spending a lot of time in the mountains, we spend time with a lot of Balti cuisine, which has been delicious as well.